Can following your dreams really pay off? It certainly did in a big way for our next guest. Joining us is self-made millionaire and the author of The Dream, How I Learned the Risks and Rewards of Entrepreneurship and Made Millions. He's not even 30 years old yet. Welcome, G. Chahal. Welcome to the show. Good to see you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for being on the show.
Now, let me get this straight. Before you were even 25 years old, you had built businesses that generated hundreds of millions of dollars. And you started as an entrepreneur at age 16. What inspired that?
Well, I think I was a big dreamer when I was young, and I always looked at success as wanting it that bad. And you could say my first job interview was actually at McDonald's, and when that didn't work out so well, I kind of said, might as well take control of my own destiny.
That's amazing for a 16-year-old. I know most 16-year-olds are just wanting the car for the weekend, I mean, it's hard to think that you were that focused at that young an age.
Yeah, a lot of it comes down to my family, upbringing, the core value. I mean, we grew up very, struggling and so forth. So that was probably a deep inspiration to see my family thrive, as well as make my parents proud.
So what was that first business that you started at age 16?
It was, the internet was 3 years old. It was internet advertising. It was when everybody was just getting to the idea of what the internet was, what advertising on the internet was, and I had created an ad model that was based on charging an advertiser only when you got clicked on an ad. So,
wow. What were the what were sort of the obstacles? Because I mean, this was a brand new industry, and here you are, a kid trying to make your mark. Was there anything that almost kept you down?
Sure. I think one of the early things I learned in life is perception's reality. I never let anybody know I was 16 or didn't even graduate from high school, so I knew that all that would probably go against me.
Right.
And partly it was just trying to go ahead and stay positive, stay focused. Many obstacles. I mean, I probably lost a lot at a lot of times where I was, gonna hit the panic button, but I never did that.
So then that first business became a success, and you sold it for
40 million.
40 million, yeah. And then you went on to start other businesses.
Yeah, so I stayed on for about a year and a half, realized the whole big corporate life really wasn't my cup of tea, and had another year and a half, so did a lot of interesting things, took that time off.
And you started initially with just a small amount of money. You didn't have to raise investment capital and all that.
Sure, I think that's actually a great point. I don't think anytime you actually start something, you need millions of dollars.
Yeah.
I started my first company with probably less than 5,000.
Well, you know what, let's get to some of your tips for viewers, because I'm sure there are lots of people out there who'd love to become entrepreneurs, love to have a fraction of your success. And your first tip is that we should listen to our heart.
Sure.
Yeah, can you expand on that a little bit?
We tend to do the things we love, so we got to go ahead and figure out what that is or love what we're doing.
Okay, that makes sense.
You also say adjust your attitude.
Sure. You got to go with the attitude that you're going to succeed. So if you go with the attitude that you're going to fail.
That's what you've made self-prophecy.
And trust your gut?
That inexplicable feeling that we have sometimes, it's usually right more than wrong.
I love this list. Do your homework. Now, I mean, that's obvious. You need to know what you're getting into before you get into it, right?
Exactly. So you said it right.
And be frugal. I mean, everybody thinks they have to have all this cash to throw around when they start a business. Maybe not so much.
No, perception's reality. You want to let them think you got that Versace couch, but you don't really need it,
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's a long list of really sound tips. They're all on our website, so I'll let you go to the website to get the rest of them. But I want to talk about some of the other things you're doing now. You just taped a show with Oprah that's going to air very, very soon.
On Thursday, right?
This week?
That's right.
What was that like?
You know what? My dream has always been to meet her. So here I met her as well as got interviewed by her. So it was like, you can say I lost a lot of sleep the night before.
I can imagine.
And you have a show featuring you coming up on Fox Network in, what, December?
Yeah, December 3rd. It's called Secret Millionaire.
Secret Millionaire. Now, tell us about Secret Millionaire.
It's not a dating show. Everybody here is just like, oh my God. It's not that. It's basically a great way where I actually went undercover and spent some time in a neighborhood where people didn't know who I was, and at the end of the journey, I basically figured out who I wanted to help and actually wrote a personal check to start their lives over again. Okay, so the guiding philosophy here, I guess, in all of this is follow your dream, pursue your passion, and it can become a successful business for you. That's right.
Excellent.
Truer words were never spoken.
Hey.
That's a quote from me. But I'll let G take the call. G. Chahal, great to have you with us.
Thank
Best
you
of luck
so
to
much.
you.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Thanks a lot.